Isa alayhi salam also spoke of that prophet. Because in the Gospel according to John, in chapter 16, in verse number 7, and other related verses in that area, he's talking about a similar individual who is going to come, who is going to hear the words of God, who is going to prophesy and tell about the things which will happen. He's obviously referring to the same individual that was spoken about in the Jewish scriptures, that prophet like Moses.
All right, now, it's very common for Muslims to appeal to John 14 through 16 and say that the Comforter is Muhammad. And by the way, blasphemy doesn't get any more severe than this from a Christian perspective. You start messing around with the Holy Spirit. You look in these passages, it's clearly referring to the Holy Spirit. And when you start saying, oh, that's Muhammad, well, then you're telling me Muhammad is the Holy Spirit, and you are committing some horrible blasphemy right there. But you can look at our entire response to Zakir Naik, who uses a similar passage. Notice, Shabir only gave one verse. He gave one verse. Let's look at what this verse actually says. Jesus speaking, Shabir gave one verse. But I tell you the truth, it is to your advantage that I go away. For if I do not go away, the Helper will not come to you. But if I go, I will send him to you. If I go, this is Jesus talking, says, if I don't go away, the Helper is not coming. But if I go, I will send him to you.
Right.
Now,
did Jesus
Pastor
send
Joseph,
Muhammad?
who sent Muhammad according to Islam?
Allah called him.
Allah sent Muhammad as a prophet. But according to this passage,
Jesus.
Muslims want to say that the Helper is Muhammad. Wait a minute. The Helper is sent by Jesus. Jesus sends the Helper. So, Pastor Joseph, if the Helper is sent by Jesus, and Muhammad is sent by Allah, and Muhammad is the Helper, who does that make Jesus?
Jesus would be God.
Jesus would be Allah. So Shabir Ally just quoted a verse which, if you read it and you believe it, you have to believe as a Muslim that Jesus is the God who sent Muhammad, because Jesus sends the Helper is Muhammad, Muhammad is sent by God, that makes Jesus God. Your only alternative is to say, I'm not going to quote that verse. But that's the only verse that Shabir gave us from this general area. And so if you want to believe Jesus is God, believe Shabir. That's all.